Right, okay. So we'll move to, I think you guys finished writing 20, I asked you to write 22nd past paper question 2022, eighth one during formation process. That's really important. Sometimes can ask again because 22, 26 per paper now. And also anyway, if you can remember this process perfectly, then MCQ structured also can ask those questions as well. Because it's frequently asking area. Anyway, we discussed until 24. So 25, we'll move to 25th question. 25th, there are two questions. So first one, 22, 22nd one, we'll discuss that first. I think now you are familiar with this. So essay question, quickly submit guys. I will discuss the question. Once you check your answers, right, or you wrote, and then we'll discuss with our theory discussion sessions. Okay. So 22nd one, some structural parts of human nephron and some processes that occurs during formation are given below. So what the first one? Proximal convoluted tubule here. So there are process P, Q are like P is secretion of potassium plus, Q is reabsorption of bicarbonate times, R reabsorption of water. Proximal convoluted tubule. So proximal convoluted tubule, what they do? They are doing multiple things actually, reabsorption of water, bicarbonate, and those amino acids, glucose, multiple things. But according to this question, just read this part also like like just read the answers. AR, AQ, AP. Then බලමු පස්සේ B එක descending limb of loop of Henle. ඔන්න ඔය descending limb of loop of Henle කියන්නේ cut off point එක. කියන්නේ descending limb of loop point definitely water, right? The absorption of water ම තමයි. යාර වෙන මොකුත් බෑනේ. Okay, ascending limb එක water ගන්නේ නැහැ. Sodium chloride actively කරනවා, passively කරනවා. That's clearly saying sodium අපි දැන් sodium plus එක actively විතරයි කියන්නේ මෙතනදී active and passive කියලා දෙකම දෙන්නේ sodium chloride reabsorption එක. So the B එන්නේ R එකට. B R එකට තියෙන්නේ second and third answer. Right? Then third one, ascending limb of loop of Henle. Ascending limb එක මෙතන මුකුත් නෑ ඒකට ගන්න දෙයක්. The sodium chloride mechanism. D, distal convoluted tubule. Distal convoluted tubule is special to remember secretion of potassium plus. Secretion of potassium plus is really important. So I think you are familiar with this, but if not, just read 230, page number 230. There they mention like this, distal tubule also contribute to pH regulation by controlled secretion of H plus and reabsorption of bicarbonate. So at the distal tubule, passive water reabsorption can be increased under the influence of ADH hormone. Like that thing, secretion of H plus and reabsorption of bicarbonate, that's also involved in pH regulation. So then D goes with P. Right? But the thing is like D to පුළුවන් on P එක යන්නත් reabsorption of bicarbonate කියනවා. But Q එකත් යන්න පුළුවන්. 2 and 3 both යන්න පුළුවන්. But A වලින් තමයි දැන් ගන්න වෙන්නේ. A තියෙනවා AQ, AP your secretion of potassium plus. Proximal convoluted tubule secretion of potassium plus not of that. Right? So in here we can take either Q or R. So එතනින් Q තමයි මෙතන choose වෙන්නේ. මොකද R එකත් එක්ක ගන්න answer එකක් නැහැ. B මොකද A R ගත්තොත් first and fifth one. ඒකෙදි B නෑ මෙතන answer. Here C තියෙන්නේ. ඒතර C ඉන්නේ one ascending limb එකේ කියන්නේ sodium chloride කියලා. එතකොට third one තමයි we can take A go with So A, this is third one is the answer, right? So proximal convoluted tubule, we go with this one. And descending limb of loop of Henle goes with water reabsorption. And distal convoluted tubule goes with potassium plus, right? So third one is the answer. Okay, so if you're not familiar with this enough, so 20, 230, 229 pages given and මේ පොඩි short notes හදාගන්න මොනවද ඒ areas sorry proximal convoluted tubule එකකින් මොනවද reabsorb වෙන්නේ මොනවද secrete වෙන්නේ ඊට පස්සේ loop of Henle descending limb එකේ මොනවද ascending limb එකේ මොනවද the active the passive දෙයට පොඩි chart එකක් හදාගන්න then it will be easy for you for the last few days of exam also. Right. So then we'll move to 25th question. When the osmolarity of human blood is increased beyond the physiological limits, which of the following series of events occurs to bring about homeostasis? Okay, so release of ADH, permeability of kidney tubules to water, amount of urine produced. 25th. So release of ADH increase right? But when osmolarity is increased again, you can so ionic level increase, mineral level or ADH increase ADH very much secrete again. Permeability for water, permeability of kidney tubules to water is increased, right? So it's increased in distal convoluted tubule and collecting ducts also. The amount of urine produced decreased for the Medipura water reabsorbed and the amount of urine produced is reduced. So answer is fifth one, right? Answer is fifth one. Fifth one is the correct one. Okay, guys. So I think time is okay now. 22, 25th, we discussed about 25th paper. And 2019 to 2025 we discussed today, and also with two essay questions I asked you to write, and I will check that. Roughly we check that, and also you can also check with my schemes, and I'll give what are the possible questions also with my model papers in upcoming weeks, and also some I need you to write some questions. I'll mention it in the Google Sheet. Anyway, we'll finish for today's session, and we'll join you on Friday with the full paper discussion.